you have this baby, and then like I don't know, do you end up getting a job, or like what is your life like out there?
No, then I met Jenna Shae, who you interviewed.
Oh, yes, Jenna Shae. Okay.
And started all the BS.
How did you meet her?
My best friend was friends with her.
Okay.
And she introduced me to her.
Uh-huh.
And
In what way? How'd she introduce you to her? Like, this is Jenna, she's blank.
she had a picture of her in her house. And I was like, who's this? She's like, oh, this is Jenna. And I don't know. She just introduced me to her. I think online or something, or maybe on the phone. And then me and her became friends.
Okay. And what was Jenna doing? Did she have any kind of like notoriety or fame at that point, or?
No, she was just a pretty model with a lot of followers and a lot of connections.
Yeah, because what year are we maybe talking when you would have met her?
2008.
Yeah, because I feel like I came to know Jenna Shae when she was sort of like fake dating Soulja Boy around like 2010, maybe 2011.
Yeah, way before that.
Okay, so this is a few years before that. And you guys just hit it off and became friends or whatever?
Yeah.
And at that point, were you thinking about like wanting to be known in this world, or like what was your aspirations for a life around that time?
It was kind of like an accident. Every time she was beefing with someone online, she'd like tell me to curse them out. And that's how it started.
Really? Like who was she beefing with at that time that you ended up kind of getting involved in it?
Like she used to beef with a lot of porn stars. And then she'll like tell me to curse them out and stuff. And I do it, and it was just mixy.
And it turned out that you were kind of like more viral when you yelled at somebody on the internet than she was?
No, I didn't yell. I was just like Twitter fingers.
Right.
And I had an ankle bracelet, so I had nothing to do. I was just at home. I couldn't work, couldn't do nothing. And it was because of her that I got followers and all that stuff.
Right.
And I was just bored at home with an ankle bracelet.
Okay. And so, yeah, was there any notable beefs at that time in the porno world, I guess, that in terms of people you're going against, or when did it start to become like rappers that you were beefing with? Because that's when I feel like it really got big.
I just started getting followers because of her. Like rappers and stuff. And people just following me and meeting up with me and stuff.
Right.
Back then.
Okay. And had you thought about doing porn at that time?
No.
So Jen is like beefing with all these porn people, but you're not really like in that world necessarily?
Yeah, and then she was hiding the fact that she was an escort back then.
Oh.
Yeah.
Allegedly. So that was her thing at the time?
Yeah.
And she was hiding it? She wouldn't tell you about it?
No, like the porn stars will expose her ads.
Oh.
And she'll say that it's fake and tell me to curse them out and stuff.
Oh, okay. So why do you believe it's real now?
Because now she claims it.
Oh, well, I guess that makes sense. Okay, so when did you really start getting known online, though? Because from my perspective, it was when you exposed Soulja Boy. That's when I first became like, oh, there's this Cat Stacks girl, and she does this to rappers.
Now just publicity stunts.
That was a publicity stunt.
Jenna was dating Q from World Star on the low.
Okay.
And she introduced me to him. And that's when we started doing the videos and all the fake entertainment stuff.
So there's a lot of people, myself included, who don't really buy it when you say that all this stuff was fake. Like, why would Soulja Boy consent to a video being made where a girl was exposing him for being a cokehead? Especially at that time. It's like, why would, like, Soulja Boy didn't want people to know that if that was true at the time, you know? But now you're saying it was fake.
Yeah, it was crushed up Advil pills.
Right. I mean, I probably snorted crushed up Advil pills at one point in my life too. But I mean, like, I watched this old like Hot 97 interview with you where you were saying that all those videos were fake and stuff. I mean, it feels like you were saying that because of basically your legal situation at that time was what I thought was like, that you were basically just lying and saying that all the videos were fake because you were trying to make it seem like you weren't as out of control as you were.
No, I used to get paid for each video.
And like Soulja Boy just agreed to this?
No, he just wanted to hang out. He was dating Jenna first.
Oh, so Q would pay you to do these kind of videos, but Soulja Boy wasn't in on it?
No, Soulja Boy was dating Jenna.
Okay.
And then Jenna introduced me to Soulja Boy.
Uh-huh.
And the video was made and Q posted it.
But did you tell Soulja Boy, like, yo, I'm going to expose this coke in your room and make it look like you're doing all this crazy shit? And then he was like, okay? Or was it like Q kind of requested, like, put it out there, like, if you get any crazy footage like this, we'll pay you for it?
Soulja Boy didn't care that I was, like, recording and doing stuff in the room.
He didn't care, but he wasn't, like, specifically on board with it?
I wouldn't know how to answer that.
It just feels like Soulja Boy at that time probably didn't want people to think he was a cokehead. Which I'm sure he probably still doesn't want people to think he's. I don't know what he's doing now, but at that time, you know, especially, I feel like rappers doing coke is like still a big deal. Like people still get really bent out of shape over that kind of thing.
Well, he didn't care because he still talks to me afterwards. On the low.
Really?
And with Jenna too.
Interesting.
Like, I don't know. He didn't care.
You remember when Brian Pumper put out that video saying that he wanted to be your first porn?
No, but I remember his name.
You don't remember Brian Pumper?
No, I said I remember his name. I just remember what he said.
Just the name, but you don't remember the look? I made this
Yeah.
whole video about him. You should totally check it out.
I just remember he did something with a girl that had the chocolate chip booty or whatever they used to make fun of.
Lawrence Fishburne's daughter.
Okay. I remember that.
And she did. They called her Chippy, and she did have like little moles all over her ass that did kind of look like chocolate chips. Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I remember.
that's a tough thing to live with. Because what are you gonna do? You're gonna get 17 moles removed from your ass? No, you're gonna rock that shit for life. Even the ugliest girl's got a nice booty. I mean, maybe not, but like, you know, at least they have a booty. Okay, back on track. Okay, so who was the first rapper that you started to like date in the game?
Bow Wow.
Bow Wow. How'd you get in touch with him?
He followed me on Twitter. I guess because of Jenna.
Uh-huh.
And he lived 2 minutes away from me.
Right. And you were like, I'm coming through.
He said to come, gave me his address.
Uh-huh.
And just went there.
What was fucking with like an actual celebrity rapper like in that situation, as opposed to like, you know, I don't know what other kind of guys you would have been dating, but you're dating this pimp and he's out and he's driving around neighborhoods in Miami and picking up 14-year-old girls and turning them into hookers. I'm just assuming that Bow Wow's probably living a very different lifestyle. Did that occur to you? Did it seem like you were kind of, oh, I'm in this different lane. I'm dealing with actual people with money.
It made me feel beautiful.
How often do you like keep hanging out with them, or was that kind of just like a
Maybe like twice a month.
twice a month? Okay.
But then I started being clingy.
And he wasn't into that. I hear it.